running your battery now. You're running your battery now. Here comes the big one.
Gives this woman to be wedded to this man.
Myself and our family.
Family and friends, we have been invited here today to share with Travis and Amber a very important moment in their lives. In the time they have been together, their love and understanding of each other has grown and matured, and now they have decided to live their lives together as husband and wife. What defines their love today will change and grow to new depths in the future. This ceremony is a celebration of a single stage in a much larger process that is the love between these two. Today is the day they will formally and publicly make their promises to one another. Although this is indeed a high point, marriage is a journey, not a destination. Marriage is more than any one single event or promise. It is a series of decisions that have been made and will continue to be made over and over again, every day, that shows each of their care and concern for the one whom they each love most in the world. Marriage is a promise that is renewed daily through a couple's actions and a responsibility taken on in the spirit of faith and hope and love, and brings comfort in the times of sadness and heightens our greatest joy. The Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians that love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, and is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs, and love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Marriage was first instituted in the Garden of Eden when God saw it was not good for man to be alone. God made woman for man to love, made from his rib, not from his feet to be walked on, not from his head to be his superior, but from his side to be his equal, under his arm to be protected, and next to his heart to be loved. Love is given to each of us as individuals, yet we must learn to live together. Love is given to us by our family or by our friends. And we learn to love by being loved. Learning to love and living together is one of the greatest challenges of life and is the shared goal of a married life. Sooner or later, we begin to understand that love is more than verses on Valentine's or romances in the movies. We begin to know that love is here and now, it's real and true, and it's the most important thing in our lives. For love is the creator of our favorite memories and the foundation of our fondest dreams. Love is a promise that is always kept, a fortune that can never be spent, and a seed that can flourish in even the most unlikely of places. And this radiance that never fades, this mysterious and magical joy, is the greatest treasure of all. Love begins in a moment, grows over time, and lasts for an eternity. What defines their love today will change and grow to new depths in the future. It takes only a second to say, I love you, but it can take a lifetime to show it. This ceremony is the celebration of a single stage in a much larger process that is the love between partners. So what is the secret to a happy marriage? If I knew that, then it wouldn't be a secret. All I can say is, if you can love one another, you will be happy. It's as simple and as difficult as that. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say, I love you. It's cultivating flexibility, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives, standing together and facing the world. It's forming a circle of love that gathers the whole family. It's speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating your love for each other in many thoughtful ways. Happiness in marriage is doing things for each other in the spirit of love and having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is not only marrying the right partner, it's being the right partner. And there will be sadness as well as joy, and you must support one another through the grief and the sorrow. There will be pain, but pain shared is pain half, just as joy shared is joy doubled, and you each must sacrifice your own comfort to share the pain of the other. I would like to read you all something that I wish I could take credit for writing, but it was written by Robert Fulghum and is entitled Union. You have known each other for years now, through the first glance of acquaintance to this moment of commitment. At some moment you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, you've been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. Just two people working out what they want, what they believe, and what they hope for each other. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another. Acquaintances, friends, companions, lovers, dance partners, and even teachers, where you have learned much from one another in the time together. You've learned that good company and friendship count for more than wealth, good looks, or position. And you've learned that marriage is a maze into which we wander, a maze that has best gone through with a great companion. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a new threshold of life, and the things will never be quite the same between you. For after these vows you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. No other human ties are more tender, no other vows are more sacred than those you are about to pledge. I ask you now, Travis, do you take Amber to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love her, honor her, cherish her, for as long as you both shall live? I ask you now, Amber, do you take Travis to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love him, honor him, cherish him, for as long as you both shall live? Rings are very large in their significance. They are made of precious metal and stone that remind us love is not cheap or common, but indeed love is very costly and dear to us. These rings are also made into a circle, and their design tells us we must keep